Hey, and welcome to the second part of my carport build series. In the first part, I built the foundation. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can find the link down in the description. So this morning I went to the home center and I bought all the lumber for the walls. These are pressure treated 4x4s. They are 10 feet long and they are GC rated, ground contact rated. So they're very suitable for outdoors, even when they are not painted, and they are even more suited outdoors once I have painted them. They're super expensive right now though, but I didn't really want to wait any longer to build all of this stuff, and lumber prices are not expected to go down anytime soon. So anyway, first I want to make sure they are really all 10 feet long, and maybe even if they are not, I want to cut them to the same size to make sure that the wall will eventually be level. So let's get started. So I'm aligning them on one side and then check how different they are in length on the other side. Yeah, this is what I thought. They are not the same length. Even the shortest one is longer, a little bit longer than 10 feet. So I'm cutting them all to exactly 10. So I'm making a mark at 118.5 inches because my saw has a 1.5 inch offset. So with this mark for my straight edge, I can run the saw and then cut them all to exactly 10 feet. My circular saw cannot cut deep enough, so I have to finish it off with, well, something else. The sidewalls are 26 feet long, and I will build them in two sections with just like a regular stud wall with the bottom plate, which is this one, and this is only 12 feet and another 12 feet. I couldn't find 14 feet pressure treated ones, and I didn't want to buy a 16 footer and just cut it short, so I'm doing two 12 footers, and then I built, each wall will get 6 uprights, 6 studs of the 4x4, so I'm building them in two sections with 3 each. Well, at least that's the plan for now. The spacing between the studs need to be 58 inches. So I cut myself this 2x2 to exactly 58, and then I can use this one to space them correctly. I'm gonna glue, screw and nail them, so this will make sure that they will never come apart. So the screw will prevent them from lifting off. I mean, this is obviously flat now and this will be turned upright then. So the screw will prevent it from lifting off. The nails have a much more shear strength, so they will prevent them from ever breaking in this direction. And then the glue is just for good measures. This outer one is square to to the bottom plate. So this corner is 90 degrees. And then I used my story pole that I cut yesterday, 58 inches, to space this one 58 inches to the next one. So there are 58 inches on the top and there were 58 inches at the bottom. So this means everything is square to each other, and I did the same with the third upright. So now I can take this one, which is the 1x6, and put it here. Ready for liftoff. Like this tree, helps me a lot. So the first two wall sections are up, and so far they haven't killed me. And I think I angled it backwards, so if it falls to that side, it won't fall on me when I'm working here on the wall sections for the other side.
This part now was a little sketchy. I had to lift up these wall sections, and while they are not super heavy, they are certainly not something I would have liked to crash down on me. So after lifting them up and holding them with one hand, I used my other hand to lift up the brace, and then I used my third hand, if I only had one, to attach a clamp, and that pretty much secured it in place, at least for right now. Once I had the wall sections up on either side, I cross-connected them with these rails. They are the leftovers of the gate that I replaced a couple of weeks ago. And these are not permanent. I'm just using them to stabilize the walls and basically hold them against each other so they won't fall down on me. See, everything is still a little wobbly and a little sketchy for sure, but with every clamp I added and with every brace I added, this whole structure became stiffer and stiffer. And this is really the amazing part with any timber frame structures. Each of those connectors, each of those joints isn't very strong in itself, but combine them all and it becomes a really, really sturdy structure. So you can really feel how this whole thing becomes stiffer and stiffer with every brace, with every screw, with every nail, with every clamp. And once I was all done, I really had some confidence that it wouldn't fall down even with the roof on eventually.
I added some diagonal temporary braces and they really stiffen things up. It can no longer shift side to side now, so that's a good thing. And the fact that you are watching the video right now is actually a pretty good indication it hasn't crashed down on me and hasn't killed me yet. Anyway, that's it for today. Not for this video, it will continue on, so please keep watching. But I'm going inside now. It was a super hot day. We had almost 100 Fahrenheit. This is like 39 in Celsius. It was super hot. So I'm done for the day. It's the next morning, and now that the walls are up, and I keep saying walls, they are really just the timber frame. They will eventually be walls, but now that they are up, I need to get them straight and plumb, and all those 4 sections need to somehow get attached to each other. I need to build a back wall, and I will do all of this morning. It's 7 o'clock right now. It's still very cool, and I will try to get as much work done as possible before it gets too hot. 3 hours later and it's done. It's relatively straight. I mean, not perfectly straight and plumb, but good enough. After all, it is just a carport. And I can do some final fine-tuning once I put the roof on, once I put the roof trusses on. But all the sidewalls are in line with each other. The 4 sections are connected with each other. I put some permanent bracing in, and I guess it's relatively stable, won't crash down on me, won't kill me, so that's a plus. Roof is next.
And of course, there's always something else. Before I can put the roof on, I have to remove this one branch of the tree. It is kind of rotten anyway, and I'm pretty sure it would have fallen down in a few weeks, so I'm taking it out right now, make some room, and then put the roof on in the next video. So you have to wait a little while. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.